Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy and I got a couple of new products from Mayron, some new cream blend sticks that I wanted to test out. So I wanted to do a half makeup test, half look type of a thing for the grams. So I am going to be doing that today. Kind of my goal is a very high glamour, typical drag queen face, like that super glamorous face, but really painted and exaggerated, like the way that I like to do makeup. So that's my goal today, and I'm gonna be doing that and testing out this makeup, and you guys get to see how it all turns out at the end. So I'm gonna go cover my eyebrows really quick, and I'm gonna shave, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back and I look like a monster. I'm gonna start with my foundation, and I think I've said this before, I love Mayron as a product, but it has a tendency of the little wheelies for the paint sticks breaking. So this one's broken, so I have to dig all this product out, so I'm gonna look a little unprofessional, but I just want to let you guys know. There's so much in here, and then I can't even get it out, so I just have to dig it out and apply it, literally like grease paint. Okay, so the first color that I got that's brand new is this color called Contour 2, and I have played with it just a tiny bit because I wanted to see the intensity. This is a very intense color, so I have to be very careful with my application of this, or it's going to turn into very bad things. And I don't personally want to do blackface, so I'm going to use a small makeup brush. I guess this is a big makeup brush. This is the e.l.f. Professional Foundation Brush. I've literally had this since I started drag, I think. Jacob gave this to me. So I'm just gonna apply it very loosely. I was gonna say liberally, but that's not the word I was looking for. Loosely, because it's very intense, and a little bit goes such a long ways. Because this is a foundation, it's not supposed to be a muted contour color. So I have to be very careful with it. And the reason why I got more Mayron products like this is because I liked my Ben Nye that I was using, but I wanted something that had more intensity, because that was my problem with the Ben Nye, is it wasn't very intense. So I got this for that purpose. And I always like to carve out my jawline. I think it gives me more definition, and then it kind of takes out a little bit, it smooths out the roughness, I think. Because I don't have a really harsh jawline from the front, but when you see it from the side, it's like, that's a man. And that's not the illusion I'm going for. Okay, so I'm gonna blend all this out. I'm sure most of you are aware, this is my favorite part. It's time to highlight. So I've got white. It is stark freaking white, and I'm just gonna highlight everything that I like to highlight and then start blending that out. Okay, now before we set all of this monstrosity, I like to take cream foundation with a angled brush that is meant for winged eyeliner, and I like to build my eyebrows now in foundation, because if I fuck them up, I can fix them now, rather than if I fuck them up later, I have to wipe off all my makeup and do it all over again. So this is just a good starting base for where I'm going to put my eyebrows later. It's super helpful. It's just a trick that I like to do, and that I've been doing, so I'm going to do that. Now that my base is done for my eyebrows, I can take my white and I can cover up all of the space in between my eyebrows and start kind of highlighting that area. I love eyebrow highlight. It's it makes me wet. Now word from the wise who have tried this and done this before, I was using Clown White to highlight underneath my eyebrows. Now, Clown White is great because it gives you that intensity like right away, but the problem with Clown White is that it's really tacky, so it can sometimes make your eyebrows look cakey, and sometimes it can rip off the glue if you're too rough. This is fucking giving me all of the life that I ever needed because it's so smooth and soft. So if you can get yourself a really, really smooth foundation to highlight any areas that you would normally use Clown White for, I would recommend doing that instead, because this is everything. So now I'm gonna blend this just a tiny, tiny bit, just to like get the harshness of that edge out. Yes! Oh my gosh, look how red my wrist is compared to my hand. This is the sign of a lady. So now that everything is done, that's the look. Now we can go home. Bye, thanks for watching. I'm gonna take my little spongy thing here, and I've got my my colorless powder from Ben Nye, and I'm just going to apply that everywhere, get it into all of my creases and crevices, and then I'm gonna brush all that off, and then I'm gonna start working on my powder contour. So now it's time to contour. I've got my Shade and Light kit as usual, and I'm going to just start with the lowest color contour and then start working my way up depending on how intense I want it all to look. This is my favorite, like, parlor trick, if you could call it that. I've got my little piece of construction paper as usual. Also, I'm just putting it out there, if I go to a drag queen club and the first song that is performed is not that disastrous Mariah Carey medley, I'm going to revolt as a drag queen, and I'm going to stand outside the club and tell people not to go there because it's clearly not a fine establishment. And like, that needs to go on for at least like 3 months, at least. Now I'm taking a flat brush and I'm going to work on my nose contour. Okay, so now I'm pretty much done with my contour. I do want to do just a very, very light contouring of my, what is this? What is this called? My eye socket. I want to do a little bit of contouring on my eye socket just so that I have like some lines to follow when I start painting. And now it's time for the baking process. So I'm just going to take a lot of my loose powder and apply it everywhere that I've highlighted. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. I'm taking my neutral palette by Tarte because I feel like that kind of classic, like, big hair, big, like, makeup, exaggeration, like that whole, like, classic drag queen thing relies on a lot of neutrals and not on a lot of color. And I love color, so this is a bit of a challenge, a little bit of a stretch for me. So I'm going to start out with kind of a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with this really light beige color here. I'm going to start working up in the intensity of the colors, and then I'm probably going to do some of these darker colors on the outside. So now I'm going to take a super fluffy brush here, and I'm going to work on the highlighting on the outside and then on the inside of my eyes. I'm just highlighting that brow area just a bit. And I am going to use just a very tiny bit of this red here. It's got a little bit of a shimmer in it, and I'm just going to use it on the far outer corner. I'm going to brush away all of my highlight now. And now I'm going to work on my wing. I have my liquid liner here. This is always like the most dangerous part because you can fuck up so easily on this. So I've got my liquid and I've got my pencil here. And I'm gonna outline first with my pencil, and then I'm gonna go in and fill in everything with the liquid, and then anything I miss I'm gonna get with powder. And I'm going to just do a black powder. Also for this wing, I'm going to be following the outline of my eyelid, and then I'm going to kind of like do a rainbow shape and then wing it out. Normally I do like a straight line like Trixie does, but I feel like that kind of like typical drag face tries to follow like a woman's natural face in some senses, so like it does that curve and then up, you know what I mean? do you have a look at your eyeliner and go, something bad happened here? So I'm just going to do the under eye really quick, and then I'm going to powder it. The important step to finishing off your eyes is always mascara, because you want to get rid of all of that product that's still on your eyelashes. You don't want to have any powder or anything showing, because that really takes you out of the illusion. Especially when you see someone up close, like their makeup could be chalky or whatever, but like if they have powder on their lashes, it just really it's like a boner killer. Okay, so now I'm gonna finish my eyebrows. I've been super obsessed with like that individual hair style eyebrow lately. So I'm gonna do that. I've got my gel liner that you're supposed to use on your eyeballs, but I use this for my eyebrows instead. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and just like do individual individual hairs all about halfway through my eyebrow, and then I'm gonna finish it off at the end with just like a solid block of color. Now it's time for lips. I got my lip liner. Also, my lips curve downwards, so I always end up with like a crooked lip. So I really have to like compensate and do everything like more dramatic because of my lip shape. And now I'm going to do just a little trick that I picked up from Violet Chichki. This is just setting your lipstick with a eyeshadow color. So I'm going to use this red color that I used earlier on my eyes. Just putting on my finger here, and I'm just going to like dab it onto my lips. So we're going to finish this whole look with some blush. My beauty mark. And of course, you cannot forget lashes. You are not doing drag if you're not doing lashes. Sorry about it. Okay, so she's done. So I've got like just a generic like sequin outfit that I'm gonna put on, and then like a really ratty wig that I haven't brushed in like at least 2 years. So I'm gonna put all that on, and then I'll be right back. So this is the final look. I'm really happy with how this turned out. This wig has not been brushed forever, but the front of it looks really nice. And it's like, you look at the back and it's just like practically dreadlocks. It was supposed to be curls, and it's just like so fucked up now. It can't be seen in public. So this is like one of those YouTube only wigs, like Instagram only wigs, you know? Unless I like put it up and like hide the fact that it's all like matted and disgusting on top. Ugh, look how gross this is. It needs to be like hard cleaned, like with bleach. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see any particular type of makeup done, let me know in the comments below, and I will do that. Thank you for watching. My name is, at this moment, Yvonne DeCulo. I am feeling my womanly oats, and I will see you all next time. Bye!